Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mark, and in this video I wanted to talk about just the effects of the energy that we've been receiving the past couple of weeks due to Lionsgate, now that the portal is closing, and what to expect in the weeks to come. So this one's going to be very interesting and a lot of fun. For those of you that have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would really appreciate it. And hit the notification bell and you'll be notified the next time I release a video. Okay, well, we've had a powerful stretch here of just very high vibrational, high frequency light coming in through the Lionsgate portal, and the effects have just been outstanding. I know a lot of you probably feel it. Maybe you felt a little bit disoriented through this. Maybe there's some newness coming. You just feel some new is the best way to describe it. I know I've had periods where I felt just a little bit spacey, not in a bad way, maybe just kind of being content and centered in just living in this new energy. As these energies come in and they activate our DNA, especially this really high charged, high frequency energy, as it enters our body, it activates our DNA, and as that happens, obviously dense energy will release. We've just been bathed in so much high frequency light that this energy has just been transmuted. At least from my perspective, it seems like it's been easier recently to transmute this. Now, if you remember the period prior to Lionsgate, a lot of people were experiencing maybe some disconnectedness, maybe a little bit of darkness. Some people have expressed it. Maybe they felt like they slipped back into somewhat of a dark night of a soul, maybe a little bit of a depression. Then, we get hit with this light. So our body was clearing space prior to this to be able to accept and be available for this high frequency light. So this light comes in and this DNA lights up, and now we have all this space, and what's happening is we are vibrating up in frequency. We are vibrating up closer to the fifth dimension. And as we do that, some things get released, but we're better able to hold it because we've had the space cleared, and we're better able to navigate the waters, so to speak. And with the way the momentum and the thrust that this energy has been coming in over the past couple weeks through this portal has really created a lot of momentum for this energy to just kind of move right through us and ground. So when that happens, sometimes we feel just a little bit disoriented. Again, it's not a bad feeling, it's a new feeling. And when this happens, I really am grateful for the experiences that I have within the space, because it allows me to really just kind of lay back there and just say, what the heck? I'm gonna let this come. I'm gonna let it flow. When I see things come through and maybe there's a little bit of a trigger here and there, I don't identify with it. I see it as energy, and I know that if I could become aware of it in that moment and recognize it, that it's for my greater good and it's going to help accelerate my growth. And that's what this energy has done. It has made us available to be able to kind of separate out from our ego and from our emotions and just let that stuff pass. So we've been really able to do so much grounding of our light, our higher self, so much releasing of these densities during this time. So now that the portal is closing, what happens? What do we do now? Do we kind of go back to where we were? Maybe slip off a little bit, frequency drops, and maybe slip back into a little bit of a depression now because we don't feel like we've accessed these energies? No. What we do is we start to live in these energies. We feel these feelings, and we hold on to and embrace these frequencies that we've just grounded and integrated through the portal. And we become these feelings. And you're going to notice that you're going to maybe have a little bit of an easier time letting things go now. And that's because you have integrated this light. So we want to continue in that tradition of that frequency and go back to those feelings that we have felt, and we want to move into that space every time something comes up that triggers us. we're going to start to live in a new way from this point forward. Okay. Now, if you've listened to my series on ascension, I'll put a playlist, the playlist link below. In my very last video, I talked about the spiral staircase, and that's kind of what we want to do now, is we want to walk that spiral staircase. So we're going to continue moving up in frequency. We want to do our breath work and grounding, spend as much time in nature as we can, kind of stop our thoughts and work with the densities that come up from a new perspective. We want to work at it from the frequency of this energy that has just been downloaded and integrated into our body from the Lionsgate portal. Okay, we want to live in that. We want to make that our baseline. So moving forward, we want to kind of take that spiral staircase and maybe grab it on each end and kind of stretch it so that the up becomes a little steeper. So with each step we go, we're making more ground. Okay, so that's an opportunity to really accelerate growth now by holding on to these frequencies that have been coming in, that we've been integrating, and basically living in those frequencies, becoming those frequencies, operating from those frequencies on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and you're going to feel this because you're as it's being integrated and this kind of fog from this newness starts to clear, you're going to be left with this knowing of how to work with this new energy, how to become this new energy, and just release these things as they come up. So it's a new way of being. A lot of us now are really beginning to step into 5D from the feeling, from the heart, from the feeling perspective, just from the heart. We're beginning to really understand what it's like, not from the ego's perspective to try to visualize what 5D is all about, but what it really feels to be operating from the fifth dimensional energy, the fifth dimensional frequency. So when you feel this newness, when you're able to start seeing these triggers and these emotions within you as energy, and know that if something comes up that rattles you, it's for your own good. You're being pointed in a direction of something that is come up to give you an opportunity to release. And when we operate from this new energy that we've just downloaded and grounded and integrated, we are better able to work through that energy and start operating as a fifth dimensional being. Okay, and that's what this energy is about. So I'm sure for many of you, you're going to start to feel this. Know that you are starting to really bring forth and manifest that 5D energy. That grid is starting to manifest around the planet, and it's being anchored, and we are the ones that are anchoring this, and it's these energies that are coming in, that have just come in, and that will continue to come in the future, that are giving us that ability to align with those frequencies. Okay, so go back to that knowing that you have what it takes. You had just received the energy through this Lionsgate portal to really start to live from the higher dimensional perspectives. And as we do that and we grow into it, it's going to become more and more natural. We're going to start to see things from a very different perspective. We're going to become better in tune with our soul family, with our higher self, with our spirit guides, and we're going to become more in tune with the planet, and we're going to become more in tune with others. Okay, so expect that your empathic abilities are going to start to light up. You're going to be more aware of that because of all the space that's been created and this new light that's been integrated. Pay more attention to your heart space. Pay more attention to how you feel. And again, bring that in the forefront of your awareness, because that is the beginning, again, of this 5D manifestation and actually starting to live from the fifth dimensional frequency. This is a very, very exciting time. Embrace it, enjoy it, be grateful, live in it, feel it, and you will notice major shifts in your perspective into something completely spectacular, joyful, and beautiful. So this is a very, very exciting time, guys. I cannot say that enough. I am so excited. So if this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment if any of you guys are feeling this way. It's just a magical time right now, and I would love to hear from you. So until the next video, guys, love and light.